right, so get this. We're diving into something pretty wild today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Bypass GPT.
Bypass GPT.
And it's making some serious waves because people are saying it can make AI-generated text. Like, totally undetectable.
Really?
Yeah, it's supposed to score 100% on those AI detector things.
Wow, how is that even possible?
I know, right? That's what I'm dying to figure out.
Well, what's really mind-blowing is how it does it.
Okay, tell me more.
It's not just about swapping out a few words here and there.
Huh?
It actually goes in and restructures the entire text.
Whoa.
Even mimics those little human errors that we all make.
Oh, to make it sound more authentic.
Exactly. It's using some really advanced natural language processing to do this.
So it's not just about fooling the AI detectors.
Oh, wow.
It's like actually mimicking how we write as humans.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's insane. I was reading that it can even adapt to different writing styles and languages.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Over 50 languages?
You can crack.
Imagine a world where you can have localized content that sounds totally natural in any language.
That's the game changer here.
Yeah.
Bypass GPT isn't just some novelty.
Right.
It has the potential to completely revolutionize how we create and consume content.
Global even.
Globally. Think about the impact on marketing, translation,
Whoa.
even creative writing.
Okay, my brain is officially exploding. This is huge EE.
It is.
Think about the possibilities for content creators.
Absolutely.
They could be pumping out marketing copy, articles,
Yeah.
you name it, at lightning speed.
For sure.
And students.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's just say it could make writing essays a whole lot easier.
It's true. There's definitely a potential for increased productivity across all sorts of fields.
Yeah.
But we need to tread carefully here.
Oh.
While AI can definitely help with content creation,
Right.
maintaining integrity is super important.
Right.
Students, for instance.
Yeah.
They should be using AI as a tool for learning, not a shortcut to avoid doing the work.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's like anything else, right? It all depends on how you use it.
Yeah, a hammer can build a house.
Exactly.
Or it can break a window.
It all comes down to the user's intentions.
Totally agree.
We need to shift our focus from just the capabilities of these tools to the responsibility that comes with using them.
Okay.
We need to be mindful of the ethical implications
Right.
and strive for transparency in how we use AI-generated content.
So while Bypass GPT has the potential to streamline our work
Yes.
and boost productivity,
Mm-hmm.
it also requires a whole new level of awareness
For sure.
and ethical decision-making.
Absolutely. It's not about fearing AI.
I see.
It's about understanding its power and
Yeah.
using it thoughtfully.
Makes sense.
If we approach AI as a tool for good, for enhancing human creativity and problem solving,
Right.
then I believe we can harness its potential while staying true to our values.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture now.
Good.
Bypass GPT is more than just a cool new piece of tech. It's a reflection of how AI is evolving and becoming more and more a part of our lives.
Absolutely.
So how do we navigate this new landscape responsibly?
One key aspect is fostering a sense of community and shared responsibility.
What do you mean by that?
We need to encourage open conversations about the implications of AI,
I see.
share best practices for ethical use, and work together to create guidelines that promote transparency and integrity.
It sounds like we're at a crossroads
In a way, yes.
where we need to decide how we want to shape the future of content creation with AI.
That's a good way to put it.
It's exciting, but also a bit daunting.
It's definitely both, but I believe that by embracing innovation while prioritizing ethical considerations,
Yeah.
we can create a future where AI enhances our creativity and productivity without compromising our values.
So how do we move forward? What are some concrete steps we can take to make sure AI is used ethically and responsibly?
Well, first and foremost,
Yeah.
education is key.
Educate.
We need to inform ourselves and others about the capabilities and limitations of AI,
I see.
as well as the ethical considerations involved in its use.
Makes sense.
This includes understanding how AI tools like Bypass GPT work,
Oh, yeah.
the potential benefits they offer, and the risks they pose.
It's like anything new, right?
Exactly.
We need to understand it before we can use it effectively and responsibly.
Exactly. Education is the foundation for building a responsible AI ecosystem.
Okay.
We need to equip ourselves with the knowledge and skills to make informed decisions about how we use and interact with AI.
So education is the first step.
Right.
What else can we do to promote responsible AI use?
Another crucial aspect is transparency.
Transparency.
When AI is involved in content creation,
Yeah.
It's essential to be upfront about its role.
Right.
This means disclosing the use of AI tools,
Got it.
providing context about how they were used,
Right.
and being honest about the level of human involvement in the creative process.
So instead of trying to hide the fact that AI was used,
Right.
we should embrace transparency and be open about it.
Absolutely. Transparency builds trust.
Makes sense.
When people know that AI was involved,
Yeah.
they can then assess the content accordingly,
Yeah.
considering that the potential biases of the AI model,
Right.
the sources it was trained on,
I see.
and the overall intent behind its creation.
That makes a lot of sense. Transparency allows people to make informed decisions about how they engage with AI-generated content.
Exactly. It empowers people to be critical consumers of information
Yeah.
and to form their own judgments about the credibility and authenticity of the content they encounter.
Okay, so we've got education and transparency as key pillars for responsible AI use.
Yes.
Anything else?
Well, alongside individual efforts,
Mhm.
we also need to consider the role of organizations and institutions.
Like companies.
Companies, universities, governments.
Yeah.
All of them play a role in shaping AI ethics.
Okay.
This includes developing clear guidelines for AI use,
Uh-huh.
implementing robust oversight mechanisms, and establishing accountability frameworks to address potential misuse.
So it's not just about individuals making ethical choices.
Right.
It's about creating systems and structures that promote responsible AI development and deployment.
Precisely. We need to ensure that organizations developing and using AI are held accountable for the ethical implications of their actions.
Okay.
This involves establishing clear ethical principles,
Got it.
developing robust governance frameworks,
Mm-hmm.
and fostering a culture of responsibility and transparency within these organizations.
This is starting to feel like a pretty big undertaking.
It is.
Are we talking about a complete overhaul of how we approach technology development and implementation?
It's certainly a significant shift in mindset and practice,
Yeah.
but I believe it's a necessary shift if we want to harness the power of AI
Uh-huh.
while mitigating its risks
Right.
and ensuring that it aligns with our values.
So it's not just about creating cool new tech.
Yeah.
It's about creating a responsible and ethical framework for its use.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that technology is not neutral.
Hmm.
It's shaped by the values and intentions of its creators and users.
I see.
We need to ensure that AI development and deployment are guided by ethical principles that prioritize human well-being, fairness, and social good.
Okay, I'm starting to see the even bigger picture here.
Good.
It's not just about bypass GPT or any specific AI tool.
Right.
It's about shaping the future of AI in a way that benefits humanity.
That's precisely it. We're at a pivotal moment in the evolution of AI.
Yeah.
And we have the opportunity to shape its trajectory in a way that aligns with our values.
So it's not about fearing AI or trying to stop its progress.
No.
It's about steering it in the right direction.
Exactly. It's about recognizing the immense potential of AI while also acknowledging its limitations and potential risks.
Right.
By approaching AI with a balanced perspective,
Right.
we can harness its power for good while mitigating its harmful effects.
This is a lot to digest,
It is.
but I'm starting to feel more empowered than overwhelmed.
That's great.
It's like we have a chance to shape the future, not just be shaped by it.
That's the spirit. It's about taking ownership of AI's development and deployment,
Yeah.
ensuring that it serves humanity rather than the other way around.
All right, so we've talked about the need for education, transparency, and organizational accountability.
Yes.
What are some other ways we can promote ethical AI use?
One crucial aspect is collaboration.
Collaboration, okay.
We need to foster dialogue and collaboration across different stakeholders,
Like who?
including AI developers, policymakers, ethicists, researchers, and the general public.
Oh, wow. So it's not just about the tech experts figuring this out on their own.
No,
It's about involving everyone in the conversation.
absolutely. Ethical AI development and deployment require input from a wide range of stakeholders.
Makes sense.
We need to engage in open and inclusive discussions about the values, principles, and guidelines that should shape AI development and use.
This is starting to feel like a movement,
It is.
a collective effort to ensure that AI is used for good.
That's a great way to put it. It's about fostering a culture of responsible AI innovation, where ethical considerations are embedded in every stage of AI development and deployment.
Okay, I'm getting fired up about this.
Good.
So we've got education, transparency, organizational accountability, and collaboration.
Yes.
What else can we do to contribute to this movement for responsible AI?
Another crucial aspect is advocacy.
Advocacy, okay.
We need to advocate for policies and regulations that promote ethical AI development and use...
I mean, like laws?
Exactly. This includes supporting legislation that protects privacy,
Right.
ensures fairness, and prevents discrimination in AI systems.
But it's about using our voices to shape the rules of the game.
Yes.
To make sure AI is used ethically and responsibly.
Exactly. We need to engage with policymakers,
Got it.
raise awareness about AI ethics, and push for legislation that aligns with our values.
This is starting to feel like a call to action.
It is. We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI.
I agree.
Whether it's educating ourselves,
Right.
advocating for ethical policies,
Right.
or simply engaging in thoughtful conversations about AI ethics.
Mm-hmm.
We can all contribute to creating a more responsible and equitable AI landscape.
All right, I'm officially on board with this movement.
That's fantastic.
What are some concrete things listeners can do to get involved?
There are so many ways to contribute.
Okay, like what?
You can start by learning more about AI ethics,
Okay.
engaging in discussions online and offline,
Yeah.
and supporting organizations that are working to promote responsible AI development.
Okay, that sounds doable. I'm feeling inspired to do my part.
That's fantastic.
Remember, every action,
Every action,
no matter how small, can make a difference.
can make a difference.
By working together,
By working together.
we can create a future where AI is a force for good in the world.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground, and it's part of our deep dive into Bypass GPT.
Yes, we have.
We've explored its capabilities, but more importantly, we've delved into the ethical considerations.
Yes,
And the need for responsible AI use.
absolutely. Welcome back to our deep dive into Bypass GPT.
So we've been unpacking this incredible tool that can make AI-generated text sound amazingly human.
Yeah, we've touched on its capabilities,
Right.
its potential to really shake things up,
Definitely.
and of course the responsibility that comes with such powerful technology.
Exactly. And one area where this responsibility becomes super clear is education.
Oh, absolutely.
Imagine a world where students could just plug in a topic
Yeah.
and get a perfectly written essay without lifting a finger. It kind of makes you wonder about the future of learning, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a valid concern,
Yes.
and one that educators are already grappling with.
I bet.
Bypass GPT could make it much harder to spot plagiarism,
Right.
which challenges the very purpose of assignments and how we measure learning.
It feels like we're in this constant race
Yeah,
with AI detection tools, trying to keep up with AI writing tools.
right.
And the goalposts keep moving.
I know.
It's a little dizzying.
It does feel like a technological game of cat and mouse,
Yeah.
but I think the solution goes beyond simply trying to catch every instance of AI-generated content.
Okay.
We need to think differently about how we assess learning in the first place.
So instead of focusing on simply detecting AI-generated content,
Right.
we should shift our focus to creating assignments that AI can't easily replicate.
Exactly.
Interesting.
We need to move away from rote memorization and formulaic writing.
Okay.
Instead, we should focus on assignments that require critical thinking,
Yeah.
creativity, and original thought things that AI,
Right.
at least for now, hasn't mastered.
So things like in-class discussions,
Yes.
presentations,
Mhm.
projects where students are really engaging the material
Right.
and demonstrating their understanding in a way that AI can't just fake.
That's the idea.
Got it.
We need to shift the focus from just the end product
Yeah,
to the process of learning,
I like that.
from simply producing content to actually understanding and applying knowledge.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Good.
But even if we revolutionize education,
Yeah,
AI-generated content isn't going away, right?
you're right. It's not.
Think about marketing, journalism, customer service, even entertainment. AI could be a total game changer in all those fields.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Bypass GPT and similar tools have the potential to transform how we create and consume content
Wow.
across a wide range of fields.
For sure.
And I think that's where the conversation around transparency becomes even more crucial.
Because if we're interacting with AI-generated content regularly,
Right.
we have a right to know, don't we?
I think so.
It's about making informed choices.
Yes.
And being aware of the potential limitations of the information we're consuming.
Transparency is absolutely essential for building trust.
Right?
If we know that a piece of content was generated with the help of AI, we can then assess it accordingly. We can consider the potential biases of the AI model,
Okay.
the sources it was trained on, and the overall intent behind its creation.
So it's not about rejecting AI-generated content outright,
Right.
but about being informed consumers and critical thinkers.
Exactly.
It's about demanding transparency from the creators and platforms using AI to generate content.
And that transparency needs to come from all sides.
Okay.
Content creators need to be upfront about their use of AI.
Yeah.
Platforms need to develop clear guidelines and labeling systems.
Got it.
And consumers need to be educated about how to identify and evaluate AI-generated content.
That sounds like a huge undertaking.
It is.
But it feels crucial if we want to harness the power of AI without sacrificing authenticity, integrity, and human connection.
It's a challenge, no doubt.
Yeah.
But I believe it's a challenge we can overcome if we work together. It's about fostering a culture of responsible innovation, where we embrace the potential of AI while acknowledging its limitations and addressing its implications head-on.
So where do we even begin?
Well, it starts with conversations like this one.
Okay.
It starts with raising awareness about the issues, having open and honest dialogues about the potential benefits and risks of AI,
Right.
and working collaboratively to develop solutions that benefit everyone.
And it involves everyone, right?
Yes, it does.
From the developers creating these AI tools, to the policymakers setting the rules,
Yes.
to the educators teaching the next generation,
Right.
to the everyday people consuming and interacting with AI-generated content.
Exactly. It's a collective effort.
I love that idea.
Good.
But let's be realistic for a moment.
Okay.
We live in a world driven by competition and profit.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't you think there will always be those who are tempted to use AI for their own gain, regardless of the implications?
Of course, there will always be those who exploit technology for their own benefit. But I believe that by fostering a culture of responsibility, by setting clear guidelines, and by holding people accountable for their actions, we can minimize the potential harm and maximize the potential good that AI has to offer.
So it's about creating a system where ethical AI use is not just the right thing to do.
Yes.
It's also the most advantageous thing to do.
Precisely. We need to create an environment where ethical AI use is rewarded and unethical use is penalized.
Okay.
This involves everything from developing robust AI governance frameworks to promoting education on AI ethics to fostering a culture of transparency and accountability within organizations that are developing or using AI.
That's a tall order.
It is.
But one that I believe is worth striving for.
I agree.
We have the opportunity to shape the future of AI in a way that benefits all of humanity.
We do.
But it's going to take a collective effort.
Absolutely.
It's a journey, not a destination.
It is.
And it's a journey that we need to embark on together.
I completely agree.
Speaking of journeys, I think we've reached a good stopping point for this part of our deep dive into Bypass GPT.
Okay.
We've explored the potential impact on various industries.
Right.
The need for transparency.
Yes.
And the importance of responsible AI innovation.
Absolutely.
All right, so welcome back to the show. We've been digging deep into Bypass GPT.
Yeah, this tool that's really shaking things up.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It can make AI-generated text sound incredibly human.
It really can.
And we've talked about the challenges. But now I want to talk about solutions.
Okay, yeah, let's get practical.
Yeah, what can we actually do about this?
Well, one of the most talked about solutions is watermarking.
Watermarking.
Embedding some kind of tracking for AI-generated content.
So it's like a digital label that says, hey, this was made with AI.
Exactly.
Interesting. So it doesn't necessarily prevent the content from being used.
Right.
But it just lets people know.
Yeah, it provides transparency.
I see.
Allows people to make informed decisions.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be pretty easy to just remove or change these watermarks?
It's a valid concern.
Because technology is evolving so quickly.
Yeah.
It feels like a constant game of catch-up.
That's true. The technology behind watermarking is still evolving.
I see.
And it's definitely a bit of an arms race.
Right, between the people developing the watermarks and those trying to bypass them.
Exactly.
It seems like we keep coming back to this idea of an arms race.
Yeah.
Is it even possible to stay ahead of the curve?
It's a challenge, but alongside technical solutions, we also need to cultivate a culture of ethical AI use.
Okay, so it's not just about building better fences.
Right.
It's about fostering a sense of responsibility.
Exactly.
So we've got watermarking and promoting ethical AI use.
Yes.
But what can we do in the short term?
Well, one strategy is to develop AI detection tools.
Okay.
Specifically designed to identify the output of tools like Bypass GPT.
So instead of trying to detect all AI-generated content, we focus on detecting the content that's most likely to be used unethically.
That's the idea.
I see. So it's more targeted
Yes, this targeted approach could be more effective.
than trying to catch every single instance of AI-generated content.
Right, which is becoming increasingly difficult.
That's a really interesting idea.
Yeah,
But wouldn't that also lead to another arms race,
it's a possibility.
with the detection tools constantly trying to keep up with the latest AI writing tools?
It's possible, but I still think it's a race worth running.
Okay.
By developing more sophisticated detection tools,
Yeah.
it can at least make it harder for people to misuse AI.
All right, so we've got watermarking,
Mm-hmm.
ethical AI use,
Yes.
and targeted detection tools.
Right.
Any other solutions out there?
Well, another promising area is the development of ethical AI models.
Ethical AI models, what do you mean by that?
So instead of just trying to prevent people from using AI for bad,
Yeah.
we create AI that's specifically geared towards good. These ethical AI models could be trained on data sets that emphasize factual accuracy,
Okay.
unbiased language,
Yeah.
and responsible content creation practices.
So it's like building ethical guidelines right into the AI itself.
Exactly.
That's a really cool idea. I love that.
Yeah.
It feels like we're shifting from just reacting to the challenges of AI
Right.
to actively shaping the future of AI
Yes.
in a way that aligns with our values.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that AI is not some external force that's controlling us.
Yeah.
It's a tool that we have created,
Right.
and we have the power to shape.
I see.
It's up to us to determine what kind of future we want to build with AI.
This has been a really eye-opening deep dive.
It has.
We've gone from exploring the capabilities of bypass GPT to grappling with some really big questions about the future of AI.
For sure.
And it's clear that we're at a pivotal moment.
Yes.
And the choices we make today will have a huge impact on the future.
I agree. Bypass GPT is a powerful tool
It really is.
with the potential to revolutionize content creation.
Definitely.
But like any powerful tool,
Yeah.
it needs to be used responsibly and ethically.
I agree.
By embracing transparency, fostering a culture of responsible innovation,
Right?
and engaging in open and honest conversations,
Yeah.
we can navigate the challenges and harness the potential of AI for good.
Well said.
Well,
Thanks. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope this deep dive has been informative and inspiring.
We do.
Remember, the future of AI is not set in stone.
It's not.
It's something we're creating together.
Absolutely.
One choice, one conversation, one innovation at a time.
Well said.
Thanks for being here.